Even the membership online, we have 3 different levels. There's free, there's $12. Almost everything is free.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're going to go ahead and call our REDI Commission meeting to order this evening. So if we could all rise, and Commissioner Electors, if you could lead us in the flag salute.
Thank you. I invite you all to rise and join us as we salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We get a roll call, please.
Yes. Commissioner Deutsch?
Here, aye.
Vice Chair Eventov?
Here.
Commissioner Electors?
Here.
Chair Pastorian?
Here.
Commissioner Steed is absent. Commissioner Wilson?
Present.
Thank you.
Are there any public comments this evening on non-agenda items?
No, not on non-agenda.
Thank you. Okay. And if we can, hopefully everyone has had an opportunity to review the consent calendar. If we can get a motion to approve.
Second.
In a second, thank you.
I'm sorry, who was the motion from?
So moved.
Okay. So I have a motion from Commissioner Eventov and a second from
Wilson.
Commissioner Wilson. Thank you. I'll take the vote call roll. Commissioner Deutsch?
Aye.
Vice Chair Eventov?
Aye.
Commissioner Electors?
Aye.
Chair Pastorian?
Aye.
And Commissioner Wilson.
Present.
Thank you. Or you
You're
approve.
Aye.
We're past that. We know
Thank
you're
you.
here. We know you're here, team.
I'm just keeping you guys on your toes.
Thank you. All right, we have our business items this evening, and so I want to take a moment and recognize that it's nice to see the room full of so many people for Hispanic Heritage Month, so thank you so much for being here in support as we recognize this month, and really it should be every day that we take time to see culture for what it is. And I'm very excited tonight to see what presentations you have and the information that you have in store for us so that we can become more enriched as well. So with that, staff reports.
Yes, thank you, Chair Pastorian. Welcome, everybody, to our annual Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. We are so happy to see you all here. And we do have a video that we're going to start with, and then we'll go ahead and turn it back over to you, Chair Pastorian, for the chair's report.
What is National Hispanic Heritage Month? National Hispanic Heritage Month is a month-long celebration in the United States honoring the history, contributions, and achievements of Hispanic Americans. Unlike celebrations such as Black History Month or Pride Month, National Hispanic Heritage Month does not correspond to one of the 12 months. Instead, the celebration lasts from September 15th to October 15th, a period of time chosen to include the independence days of numerous Latin American countries, including Costa Rica, Mexico, and Chile. The month also overlaps with Dia de la Raza, a Latin American holiday that replaces Columbus Day to celebrate those of indigenous and European heritage. Initially, National Hispanic Heritage Month was much shorter. In 1968, Congress passed a bill authorizing the president to declare the week of September 15th as National Hispanic Heritage Week. Almost 2 decades later, Representative Esteban Torres proposed a new resolution to extend the celebration to a full month in 1987. Although that bill did not leave committee, a similar one was passed soon after, leading to the first celebration of National Hispanic Heritage Month in 1989. Since the celebration's inception, the United States' Hispanic population has grown rapidly, from 9.1 million Hispanic Americans in 1970 to approximately 62.5 million in 2021. Notable Hispanic Americans such as Sonia Sotomayor and Roberto Clemente have made important contributions to politics, sports, culture, and other areas. Today, National Hispanic Heritage Month is celebrated with festivals, art shows, community gatherings, and more to commemorate the achievements of Hispanic Americans throughout the country's history.
Thank you. And we should start with some slides here and we'll go into our presentation. And as we get ready to start, I just want to let everybody know that tonight, this is the agenda. And so if you can hang with us for as long as you can, we'll go through our presentations this evening. We're excited to see 7 different presentations. And then we'll have our comments. If you can stay for some of those, there are commissioner comments, and then we'll have pictures and such as we adjourn this evening. So we'll do that outside. In here, it'll be your pictures to take, and so just to kind of savor that moment. With that, we'll go ahead and start slides. This is Hispanic Heritage Month, and we have a couple of facts and information for you so we can all learn and gain valuable information. Just kind of what we heard in the video as well. So 68 million, the Hispanic population of the United States as of July 1st of 2024. 39.4% of California's population identified as Hispanic or Latino in the 2020 census, making it the largest ethnic group in the state. In 2024, the Hispanic or Latino share of the U.S. total population reached 20% for the first time. Only 9 states were at least 20% Hispanic. 31.2 in the median age of the Hispanic population in 2024, which is an increase of 0.3 since 2023. From 2012 to 2022, the percentage of adults aged 25 plus with a bachelor's degree or more increased 14.5% to 20.9%. From 2023 to 2024, the Hispanic or Latino population increased by 1.9 million. This gain was larger than the change for all other race and ethnicity groups combined. All this data has been combined from the census, so there's some resources there to look at. And the timeline here starts to lay out some historical dates for us. So 1821, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua declared their independence from Spain on September 15th, 1821. Mexico, Belize, and Chile also celebrate their independence in the month of September. In 1966, Cesar Chavez leads Delano Grape Strike, a 340 million person march from Delano, California to the state capitol in Sacramento. 1968, Hispanic Heritage Week was first introduced by a California congressman, and in that same year, the president issued an annual proclamation marking September 15th to be the beginning of National Hispanic Heritage Week. In 1988, National Hispanic Heritage Week is expanded to National Hispanic Heritage Month and officially celebrated from September 15th to October 15th. 1989, the first Hispanic woman elected to Congress, Elena Rose Lethning. In 1990, first Hispanic U.S. Surgeon General is appointed, Dr. Antonia Novello. In 1993, the first Hispanic woman to travel to outer space, Alan Ochoa. In 2009, Sonia Sotomayor is sworn in by Chief Justice John Roberts as the first Hispanic Supreme Court Justice. And in 2019, Hispanic Latino Americans make up the largest ethnic minority in the United States with a population estimate of 60.6 million. So as we move forward, as we always say, let's ACE it, acknowledge, celebrate, and educate. But tonight is special. This is something that is very, very close to my heart, and if you stick around, then you'll hear a little bit as to why during my commissioner comments. With that, we should have a video.
Yes, we have 2 videos tonight. One is from Supervisor Chuck Washington. Although he couldn't be here, he wanted to make sure he sent a message for all of you students. And then the other message is from our own council member, Zach Schwank, and he is actually at the 9/11 Memorial at Duck Pond right now. But he wanted to make sure that he got a video in as well. So we'll play the one from Supervisor Washington first, to be followed by Councilmember Zach Schwank.
Hi, I'm Chuck Washington, Riverside County 3rd District Supervisor. It is a great honor for me to be able to join you as we recognize Hispanic Heritage Month. I'm going to shake things up a bit this month by introducing you to one of my colleagues from the East in the 4th District, Supervisor Manny Perez, as he gives you his take on the significance of this month's celebration.
Hola, buenos días. This is Supervisor Victor Manuel Perez, and I want to wish you all a happy Hispanic Heritage Month. The Hispanic Heritage Month is different from other observances because it begins in the middle of the month rather than the start of the month. Now, this is because it coincides with Independence Days in several Latin American countries. For example, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, and Nicaragua commemorate their independence on September 15th. Of course, Mexican Independence Day is every 16th of September, followed by Chile on September 18th and Belize on September 21st. My parents and ancestors are originally from Mexico, and it is an honor to serve as the first Chicano Latino county supervisor on the Riverside County Board of Supervisors. Our county has 52% Hispanic population, and it is estimated that 33% speak Spanish at home. We are a very diverse group, and if you ask about salsa, we may answer red or green. But be careful, because maybe someone is inviting you to dance this contagious rhythm. Hispanics identify with the values of familia, with a colorful art that reflects the joy of those nations. California has been a trendsetter for the nation. It's a place of diversity and inclusion. Today, Riverside County would like to celebrate all of those who share a Hispanic heritage. Muchas gracias.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Zach Schwank, and I'm a council member here in the city of Temecula, and it is truly an honor to be with you this evening as we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month with the REDI Commission. I want to take a moment and thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. I'd also like to take a moment and thank the REDI Commission for their continued work on our proclamations, and then also staff for their continued support of the REDI Commission. I really appreciate it. I am over at the Temecula Duck Pond this evening for our September 11th Remembrance event, so unfortunately I am unable to be there in person with you. But I wanted to take a moment to just say thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for giving us a little bit more about you and your culture. I think it's important. I think that's what makes Temecula a wonderful place to be. We value this. As a community, this is important to us. And so for me, I can't wait to watch back this meeting and see some of the presentations, because the education side of this is what it's all about, is making connections and learning and understanding a little bit more about everyone in our community. I think it's really important. So again, thank you all for being there tonight. I really appreciate it. And again, I apologize for not being able to be there in person, but I wanted to take a minute and just say thank you. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I hope the celebration is joyous and beautiful. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and start with the reading of the proclamation. So those of you who are put in for the proclamation, your proclamations will be found up front. So when you come up to do your presentation, they should be there with your name on them. Contained in your folder is this proclamation that I will read now. The City of Temecula's proclamation. Whereas each year, Americans observe National Hispanic Heritage Month from September 15th to October 15th by celebrating the histories, cultures, and contributions of American residents whose ancestors came from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, and Central and South America. And whereas the observation started in 1968 as Hispanic Heritage Week under President Lyndon Johnson and was expanded by President Ronald Reagan in 1988 to cover a 30-day period starting on September 15th and ending on October 15th. And whereas the observance was formally enacted into law on August 17th, 1988 on the approval of Public Law 140-402, and whereas the day of September 15th is significant as it is the anniversary of independence for Latin American countries Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua, while Mexico and Chile celebrate Independence Days on September 16th and September 18th, respectively. And whereas the month-long observance is celebrated through various recognitions and activities in support of the Hispanic and Latino communities locally, statewide, nationally, and internationally. And whereas Hispanic and Latino individuals and families are an integral part of the fabric of the community and contribute to its overall economy and quality of life. And whereas Hispanic and Latino community members are represented in the public and private sectors as professionals, business owners, educators, students, volunteers, veterans, and more. And now, therefore, I, Mayor Brendan Kalfas, on behalf of the City of Temecula, hereby proclaim September 15th through October 15th, 2025 to be National Hispanic Heritage Month. So, with that, bless you. With that, I believe we have the presentations.
We do, we do. Today, we are very happy because we have 7 different student clubs that are joining us today. So that is absolutely awesome. If you come up and for whatever reason your proclamation isn't there, or you want a separate proclamation, just let us know. We'll be happy to mail it to you after the fact as well. So we have 7 different student clubs from 4 different high schools. So that is amazing. Chaparral is here, Great Oak is here, Rancho Vista is here, and TV is here. So let's all get together and listen to one another and celebrate together. First up, we have Chaparral. We have the Latinos Unidos group from Chaparral. Chaparral? Welcome, ladies.
It's loading. Sorry, my Wi-Fi is really bad.
Are you good?
It's loading, I'm sorry.
That's okay. No. You're fine. You're fine. It's actually, while it's loading, if you would like, we can go ahead and hear from Ballet Folklorio. Are you guys ready? All right, come on up. That'll give you guys a chance to load it up. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, everyone. My name is Marlene Iniguez. I am a senior at Chaparral, and I am one of the co-captains for our school's folklorico club alongside Ismael Peña, Olivia, Sofia, and Adam. Our club, we teach, we perform, and we embrace our culture with our fellow peers. And I began dancing folklorico when I was 7 years old, so naturally, when I found out that our school had started a folklorico club, I was immediately drawn to it. And it has truly changed my life and helped shape who I've grown into today. It has helped me find my voice, a way to share my experiences, and has inspired me. I have grown to express and love myself proudly, especially as a second-generation Mexican American. To my parents, thank you for always believing in me and my goals, because I wouldn't be where I am today without you. Thank you to my mom especially and my dad for giving me every opportunity that they may not have had at my age. Bringing Hispanic representation to our school has not only given me and my captains incredible friendships, it has given me opportunities to share and grow our culture with others and a chance to showcase it proudly. Most of all, it has not only helped me grow my confidence as a dancer, but as a leader as well. And I just hope to everyone who is a part of our club that it can inspire you to express yourselves no matter the hardships or obstacles you may face, because everyone deserves to take pride in themselves regardless of their background. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I am beyond proud to stand before you all today during Hispanic Heritage Month. I think it's important to celebrate this month because all of our cultures, even not Hispanic cultures, should be represented in some form of way. And I think now it's a good opportunity when it's a national holiday or month to celebrate and express and share our culture. So many people come from Hispanic ethnicities, like you guys have just said. I think you guys mentioned 50% of our population in California is about 52. So many come from from Hispanic ethnicities, and I think it's important for half of our population to have representation and happiness over how much their cultures showed in a country that they don't necessarily come from. Although we come to this country sometimes for second chances if we're from a different country, we should remember where we come from. When my parents came here, they wished for opportunities in a future where their children could be happy, as many others did. But they still remember where they come from, and they reflect it in their language, their food, and in their household. A nation enriched in diversity has an obligation to share their cultures with the nation and with the world. Whether it's with food, art, or our dancing that we do, people spread our culture in many shapes and forms. Where we come from and our heritage is what creates who we are, and we should take pride in all of it. Being part of this club has made me feel more close to my culture. It's given me a second home, and I have grown close to all of my co-captains. It has been incredibly fun dancing and showing various regions of Mexico and showing their multiple styles of dances. And I have hopes to encourage others to share their culture, Hispanic or not. They deserve representation and to have their culture shown in some way or another. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do one of you want to go ahead and grab the proclamation as well? It's on the table right next to the podium. All right. All right, here we go, ladies.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Michelle Capacite, and I am a sophomore at Chaparral. I'm beyond grateful to stand here receiving the proclamation on behalf of Chaparral High School's Latino Heritage Club, Latinos Unidos. I would love to mention my advisors, Ms. Contreras, Ms. Fernandez, and Ms. Ruiz. I would like to speak on the behalf of my co-officers, Keely Smith, Sophia Preciado, and Alina Ibarra, who is standing beside me today. Looking back at my freshman year, I struggled to see myself aligned with my heritage. It's no shock that I do not look like the traditional Hispanic. I honestly could not see myself being amongst the Hispanic community, feeling my whole life like I was someone else. I say this with pride. I am now proud that I have joined this club. I have never felt more in touch with my roots and welcomed in a community that supports my culture. It has become more than just a club, but more of a family. I have come to the club bi-weekly, knowing that I am surrounded by like-minded peers who hold the same passions that I do. I hope that everyone and anyone who stood in the same shoes that I used to stand in know that you are not alone. The Hispanic community is a welcoming one. The Chaparral High School has truly adopted a welcoming environment, establishing a community that we will only continue to grow for future years to come. I am proud to be a leader of this club, someone who can advocate and educate my culture to others and provide a welcoming space. Latinos Unidos has really showed how united we are. The differences we face in reality are not so different. This space is where we bond and grow into a community that shows that what it is to unify under one roof, learning from each other and whoever's next to you to grow and continue to build this club. I would like to thank you on behalf of Chaparral's Latinos Unidos Club, our officers, and our student body. Thank you for this opportunity to be here today.
Thank you. All right, next up we have Great Oak High School.
Hi, my name is Linda Leon, and I'm one of the presidents of Nuestra Cultura, and next to me I have my fellow officers. Our club's name is Nuestra Cultura because it means our culture. We aim to spread the culture of all Hispanic countries and to share it not only with other Hispanic ethnicities, but also other cultures as well.
Our
Nuestra Cultura Club offers a baile folclórico club as well, and we have some upcoming performances at middle schools and elementary schools as well to spread our culture in a way we know best, which is by dancing. And we also have an upcoming performance at Oak Mountain Winery on September 14th. So, yeah, and our purpose for the club is an outreach for all students to learn about Hispanic culture and share our traditions and customs through school, events, and activities. And we hope to promote appreciation of our culture while also aiming to create a safe space for students to create friendships. And then, thank you for your time.
Welcome. One more from Great Oak.
Hi, my name is Savannah Torres. We're here representing Spanish National Honor Society from Great Oak. We are returning members, and today, how do I switch this slide? Okay, thank you. Today we're going to be going over just a quick overview of the club, the activities that we do, the benefits, and a little bit about Hispanic Heritage Month.
Okay, hello, I'm Ramin Vedat, and I'm also a representative of Spanish National Honor Society. So, well, what's the main purpose of our club? Well, here at Great Oak, we really have three main aspects of our club. The first is practice. So, as a Spanish National Honor Society, we aim to help students develop better Spanish-speaking skills and really build their communication. We also really value learning. We value spreading awareness about Hispanic heritage and culture, and we hope to inspire other students to follow Spanish or Hispanic traditions, culture, and learn about food. And we host a variety of cultural activities throughout the year to really celebrate this unique, beautiful culture. And then finally, another aspect of our club is growth. So we inspire students to continue to pursue their passion for culture, and really further their interests in Hispanic heritage.
A little bit more about our activities is that we host cultural events where just us come together as a community. We host the Baile Folclórico event, and last year we also went to Oceanside for Dia de los Muertos, and it was just a great bonding activity that we all did. It also helps us practice the Hispanic culture. We also tutor at our school. We help Spanish 1 kids with learning Spanish. And the benefits of joining our club is it's really helpful for college, and we can also continue to practice and continue to grow in our understanding of the Hispanic culture.
And we just want to embrace and really recognize Hispanic Heritage Month. It honors the history, culture, and contributions of Americans whose ancestors came from Spanish-speaking countries, and we want to just honor and recognize the Hispanics that have contributed to our country in terms of military services, politics and public service, education and science, and the humanities like arts, music, and literature. We want to really honor that unique cultural history, and we want to do this through food, music, and learning about traditions.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you. Now we have Rancho Vista High School.
My name is Joseph Basaldua, and these are my classmates.
Alessa Moreno Ortiz.
Steven Granados.
And we're here today to talk about what Latinos Unidos does for our school in Rancho Vista High School. The very first student groups for Latino students in the U.S. started with forming in the 1960s and 1970s during the Chicano movement and the Civil Rights era. They were often called United Mexican American Students, UMAS or MECHA before evolving into today's Latino student unions. Many high schools and colleges adopted their own versions later.
Why did the club starts? To give Latino students a voice and sense of belonging in schools where they often felt unrepresented, to create a safe place that celebrated Latino culture, heritage, and history, to organize for equal educational opportunities and fight discrimination, to build leadership skills and encourage academic success.
You may ask why it's important to have these clubs in school. Well, it's to provide culture, awareness, and pride. Helps Latino students feel seen, supported, and included. Providing community service, leadership, and networking opportunities. Encourages students of all backgrounds to learn to appreciate diversity. It also builds unity and creates positive changes in school environments. We'd like to thank you for letting us present today. Also, at Rancho Vista High School, we have Latino Unities Club to help students connect and learn from each other. We teach each other dance, traditional songs, and speak Spanish. Also, we share our differences in foods by having potlucks and having traditional cultures events throughout our school year. Thank you for having us share today from Rancho Vista High School.
Thank you very much. And last but certainly not least, we have Temecula Valley High School.
Hello, I'm Susie Noriega. I'm Vice President of MECHA, and Maria Bocanegra is President, and Bailey Vena is Secretary. So MECHA, which stands for Movimiento Estudiantil de Chicanes de Aztlán, is an organization that advocates for social justice, promotes Latin and Hispanic culture and history, and supports a higher education for Hispanic students. We try to do this by organizing donations for an orphanage to give back to our community and do field trips to elementary schools to inspire the youth and celebrate Dia del Niño. We do plan to offer more opportunities in the future to make MECHA have a larger community, but for now we're working with what we have. MECHA is not just a club, but it's a space for Hispanic students to feel safe and to be themselves, to share their culture and their concerns, and to help them plan for their future.
Hispanic heritage is central to our identity. Shaped by our parents' journey from Mexico to the U.S., they left everything behind to build a better life, teaching the value of hard work and resilience through their sacrifices. Honoring them involves pursuing education, something they couldn't continue. That's why we encourage members of our community to reach and strive for that education.
The culture is celebrated through family traditions such as attending church for Our Lady of Guadalupe and celebrating a quinceañera. As a folklorico dancer and a cook who loves learning recipes from my mother and grandmother traditions are still kept alive. Music, food, and traditions are the foundation allowing the pursuit of dreams and with immense pride and heritage. We do plan on offering many more opportunities in our club to make MECHA a larger community and a space where those students feel safe. Thank you.
And one more from TV. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Heidi Esparza, and I'm the president of the TVHS Baile Folclórico Club. For me, dancing Mexican folklore is not only about dancing and performing in front of people, but to share our traditions and spread awareness of our culture. When I perform in front of crowds, I enjoy showing the people our different folklore regions. For example, we have Jalisco, Sinaloa, Veracruz, and Guerrero. My favorite one is Sinaloa. When I first joined the club, I was very scared, but excited to start a new thing. Throughout this couple of years, I've made a lot of memories that I will keep forever. I've also learned that it's not only about dancing, but to express ourselves throughout each of the moves that we put into our choreography. I want to thank all of you for giving us the opportunity to be able to represent our club.
Hello, my name is Sophia John, and I have the honor of serving as the secretary of Temecula Valley High School's Ballet Folklorico Club. I joined Ballet Folklorico in my sophomore year, seeking something new and meaningful to connect with. My journey into dance has always been a part of who I am. Whether it had been ice skating, gymnastics, jazz, hip-hop, movement has always been a way of expressing myself. From a very young age, I found joy in dancing and would constantly be on my feet, trying out different styles. However, as much as I loved dance, I never quite felt connected to my own culture. I grew up in San Diego, and while I spent a lot of time visiting Mexico and being with my family, I never really felt like I was exposed to the traditional side of my culture. As I got older, I started feeling the need to understand more about what it meant to embrace my heritage. I wanted to know more about the history and the beauty of Mexican culture beyond just the occasional family gatherings. I started to explore this part of me, realizing there was so much to learn and appreciate about my roots. As I've continued in this group, I've tried to make the most of every practice, every performance, and every opportunity. I've learned to listen more carefully, to communicate more effectively, and to always push myself to do better, not just for me, but for the club. I've also learned from my peers, both of the leadership of those who have been in the club longer and the newer dancers who bring more fresh energy and perspectives. This year, stepping into the role of officer, I'm excited to take on even more responsibility. I know this year will bring its challenges, but it will also bring new opportunities to grow and make TVHS Ballet Folklorico an even stronger and more welcoming group. I am endlessly grateful for everything that Ballet Folklorico has given me, the knowledge, the friendships, and the chance to reconnect with my roots in a way I never imagined. This experience has not only deepened my love for dance, but has also taught me the importance of cultural pride. I look forward to continuing this journey, learning and growing alongside my fellow dancers and sharing the beauty of our culture with others. Thank you.
Thank you so much for all of your presentations that really are very inspiring. I'm going to talk more on that in a minute, but on that, do we have any public comments?
We don't have any additional unless anybody else would like to come up and speak.
Okay. With that, then we'll move directly into our commissioner comments on tonight. I would love for you all to stay with us and listen. I think my fellow commissioners have quite a few things to say about your presentations tonight. So we'll start with Commissioner Lectors.
Again, starting with me?
I can't help it.
That's all right.
You're to the
No
right. You're
worries.
to the right.
I was ready for you this time,
See?
Chair Pastorian.
You know me.
Yes, that was incredible. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you for your comments, your commitment to our community, your commitment to the diversity, the beautiful diversity of our community. Thank you for your commitment to justice and fighting for equity in the space. Thank you for your voice, for elevating your culture. And it's essentially all of us get to enjoy that. All of us benefit and learn and are better because of our respective cultures, the ability to come together in a diverse way. And I'm realizing that we're in an era right now where diversity has been misappropriated. The word itself has been misappropriated. Diversity is not something to be afraid of. Diversity is not something to shy away from. Diversity is something to celebrate. It's absolutely something that makes us better. We're better together. All of our collective backgrounds. My wife and I, who sit up here in the front, moved here a little over 4 years ago, and we didn't know we knew we were moving here to be near our grandbabies, right? But we didn't know what to expect in this community. And when we got here, we realized how amazingly beautiful the community is, the richness of the diversity, different cultures. It really is just a beautiful, well-woven tapestry that makes this community amazing. And while we struggle and we have issues and we continue to have struggles, the voice of the young people really give me hope. So I really appreciate so much you coming and sharing, standing where you stand, lifting up your voices, lifting up your cultures. We are all better together, and we need to stand together in that space and resist some of the stuff that's going on in our society right now. We are better together. We're just better together. So again, thank you so much. I have a ton of hope and admire you so much for joining us and coming and sharing your words and your thoughts with us. Thank you.
Commissioner Eventall?
Oh, it's just real short. It just, rather than list off all the places we go and all the things that we do, I just want to thank everybody for being here tonight and celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month and for sharing some of the many facets of Latino culture. And I'm going to give a little plug. If you want to go big and celebrate El Grito, Moreno Valley at the City Hall on Monday goes really big. And if you want to celebrate El Grito, that is the place. So hope everybody can make it up there. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Wilson?
Thank you for that. So first of all, congratulations and happy Hispanic Heritage Month. I just want to applaud you all because you did a wonderful job with your presentation. So give yourself a round of applause for that. Yeah. You guys was great because it does take a lot to come before us and make your presentation. So you guys all did a great job. And to all of the leaders of the clubs, you're doing a fabulous job with all the students. So throughout your presentations, I heard some of the same words. I heard belonging. I heard having a voice. Equality, I heard cultural, I heard pride, awareness, food, and dance. So I just want to encourage you to let you know that your heritage is powerful, that is beautiful, and you're worth celebrating. Also, I want you to know that your voice does matter. Your culture matter, and your stories matter. So the examples that you're sharing with us, you're leaving a legacy behind. The richness of your Hispanic traditions inspire unity, so keep it up and inspire resilience. You carry the strength of generations before you and the hope of generations to come. So please know that your contributions are shaping the world today, and we need you to continue to be strong. So God bless you, and I appreciate every one of you.
Commissioner Deutsch?
I don't have a lot more to share. I think that the sentiment here has been that this has been a tremendous evening, and we are so proud of all of you for coming and talking to us and telling us what's going on in the schools. We don't always know what's going on out there, and so these kind of communications are really, really important. So it takes a lot of bravery to get up and to stand in front of us and that big screen of yourself looking back at you, and we're just very, very proud. I think a lot, like Commissioner Wilson said, about tradition being like a chain, and every generation has the choice. Do you link to the chain or do you break the chain? And all of you here tonight talked about linking to the chain of your parents, the chain of your ancestors, going back generations. It takes so much strength to hold on to our roots. I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of you for sharing tonight and for grasping onto that chain and holding on for the next generation. Thank you so much for sharing all that you're doing.
Thank you. Much like Commissioner Wilson, I kind of picked up on some key terms that were consistently used throughout all of your presentations. There were a couple. Heritage was a big one. I love the talk and the comment about exploring your culture. That was incredible. All of you mentioned having a safe place. Every single person, every group. Opportunity. Opportunity means something different in the Hispanic culture. And you all mentioned pride. And pride means something different in the Hispanic culture. And this is an important month for me because this is my opportunity to be connected to my culture too. And I don't get that opportunity very often. And so I am grateful to the city of Temecula tonight for allowing me to be the person to present for Hispanic Heritage Month. So it's imperative that each of you know that your presence here tonight is noted. It's appreciated. You are on that journey right now of creating the difference for the future generation, just as your parents and your grandparents and their parents did before you. It takes a lot to be in this room. Sometimes the struggle was harder for certain families than others. I know that culture is something and heritage is something that you have to hold on to, and it's very difficult sometimes. Some of you shared a story that is very similar to mine. I grew up with two parents, one spoke Spanish, one did not. So of course we didn't. But I didn't understand why we weren't speaking Spanish in the home. I didn't understand why I was missing this language component to my culture until I got much older and realized that my parents were a part of that Chicano movement and the pieces, the repercussions of the movement at that time. And part of that, two different upbringings. My mom's family conformed to what was happening at the time, and they stopped speaking Spanish because it was frowned upon. You couldn't go to school and speak the language. You didn't want to show that sense of culture outwardly. What happened in the house was different, but it wasn't the same. Where my father, it was much different. He showed that outwardly and was very much a part of that movement and very much retained the culture. And so as I grew up, language was something that I didn't get. And I have always felt that piece that was missing. And it's very difficult to express that when you feel a connection, but you feel that puzzle piece that's missing. But it hasn't been until later on, it's certainly at my time at Great Oak. I'm very proud to belong to a high school, much like every high school in the Temecula Valley Unified School District, as represented here tonight, holds a place for cultures. And we've done such a great job of that. That just not only extends to our students, but it extends to our educators and our adults as well. There are faces in this audience that I am very proud to see here tonight, one of which I talked to this morning, and I'm happy that you're here. And some that I get to see every day, and it's nice to see you outside of your space, especially as we celebrate our students tonight. I can't tell you how blessed I am to open my classroom door more often than not and hear the sounds of my culture coming from room 403 and the hallway and echoing, and what that means to me as I sit there trying to work. But I can take pause in the fact that I'm feeling the connection, the cultural connection that I wouldn't get otherwise. And it's really such a blessing to be able to see you here tonight, to be present here tonight, for all of you to recognize your ancestral history, to feel connected to your culture, to strive to continue to find the connection to your culture. But I have to tell you, it is your stories that matter. It is the experiences that you are living now and the fight that you're still continuing to fight as being a Latino and working to continue to forward a movement that is very much still in progress. Those statistics that I read are very strong. The education numbers that have gone up are remarkable. And that's something to be incredibly proud of, because the fight to be able to do that was not easy. And it continues to be a difficult one. So I implore you all to continue to look and fight for your dream. Keep reaching for the stars, because you will achieve them. And if it is not with your generation, it will be with the next. But you are part of that. So with that, I will end my commissioner comments. Executive Director Joel.
So just a few things. First, I'll take the liberty of sharing that what I see before us is ancestral power, the power of our ancestors. And I think one student referenced, tonight we are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. Another month we might be celebrating Black History Month. Another month we might be celebrating Asian American Heritage Month, right? Like, it is so important to make sure that you are connecting with your ancestors, because it's a blessing. Not everybody has the power of ancestral history and knowledge of that. That's the main thing. We talk about the power of our ancestors is something that is extremely personal, and many of us believe that it has significant influence on our lives. Whether it's support in challenging times, whether it's uplifting and celebrating. Our ancestors might not be physically here with us, but they walk with us every single day, generation after generation after generation. And I can tell you that I'm positive that your ancestors are smiling down, knowing that you are on this land with the next generation of the work that you are all doing. So congratulations to you for continuing to do all of that work and for being here tonight. I also want to mention that some of you know this is the second to the last REDI Commission meeting. That being said, in October there will not be a meeting. And then in November, we will be celebrating Native American Heritage Month. This commission has been here for 5 years. And during that time, this commission has worked very hard to create spaces and uplift you all and uplift your voices at all times that we could. I would encourage you not to cede the space. Do not give up the space. You don't need a REDI commission here in order to come and do this. You don't need an invitation from the city clerk's office to come and do this. Go to your public meetings, show up, use your voices, tell them what you're doing. Do not wait for an invitation. You need to make your own seat at the table. You need to show up yourselves, regardless of whether anybody is inviting you or not. We will always be there for you, regardless. We will be there for you. We are a phone call away, an email away, but do not think for a second that just because you're not going to be here, that you're not in here. So I would just urge you to, the spirit with which you come here today, keep showing up, keep coming up. And there are your advisors and your teachers, my dear friend too. We will continue to be here for you and facilitate however it is that we can outside of this space to support you all.
You heard her. I feel like that was a direct order. So yes, make your seat at the table known. With that, I'd like to take a moment and adjourn in a moment of silence tonight for the victims of 9/11. I'll give that a moment and then we will adjourn.